Hello and welcome to Games for All Tube. I'm your host Stephen Taylor, and today we are going to be looking at this beauty of a game, Barenpark. We're going on a bear hunt and probably finding lots of toilets on the way, as you will see. Now, here at Games for All Tube, we're not just about showing you how to play games and telling you whether I like it or not. No, I'm really interested in helping you explore your identity or other people's identity, which includes their character and their faith, because I am a devout Christian. And I think it's very important that people should be able to explore the things that Jesus said through the hobbies that they do. Christianity isn't some boring thing where you just sit in a church and you stand up sometimes and you sing really slow, boring, monotonous songs, and you say some prayers in words you don't understand, and then you sit and you listen to an old person talk for a while. That does sound a lot like church, doesn't it? But that's not what church is about. That's not what church is at all. Church is all about looking at what it is that Jesus said to us in the Bible, looking at what people who interacted with God say to us through the Bible, looking at what people in the past have said about it, what the traditions are, finding our own connection to God. That's what Christianity is, and that's what I want to help people explore. And along the way, hopefully we'll pick up some key skills for life as well. So before I get on to the faith bit, let's look at how this can be used to help explore your identity, your character. So when you're playing this game, you can, theoretically, make a park just out of one thing, as I said before. It could be that you really like the goby bear. So every chance that you get, you pick up a goby bear. Now, the goby bear tiles will decrease in value for each one that you have. It makes you into a bit of a one-trick pony, and your park, whilst it will be worth some points, won't be worth as much points as somebody who might have, I don't know, picked up the polar bears, picked up some pandas, picked up some koala bears, and the points instantly start to add up more and more and more. Variety is, after all, the spice of life. You don't want to get stuck with just one thing. There are some people who get on well with that, and all praise to them for that one. But if you want to be well-rounded, if you want to be able to have clear opinions on things that people will actually listen to, you need to be well-rounded. You need to have polar bears and koalas and pandas and goby bears. Instead of just having one, you need to have as many different experiences as you can. So I want you to have a think. Is there something that you've got the option of trying, but you've always thought, oh no, that's not for me, I really don't want to give that a go? Challenge yourself. Go and give it a try. See how it goes. I used to think I was massively scared of heights. I wouldn't do anything to do with them. Then I went climbing with some friends, and I found I absolutely love it. Push yourself out of your comfort zone and try new things, and that will help you develop as a person massively. Now, for those who aren't interested in Christianity at all, turn off the video now, because that's what I'm going to talk about from this point on, as I link Barenpark to faith, and specifically to the first letter to Corinthians, chapter 12, verses 12 to 23. In this section, Paul talks about the body of Christ. And he says very specifically that the body of Christ is made up of many different working parts. There'll be feet, which do a different job to what the eyes do, which do a different job to what the hands do, which do a different job to what the skin does. All the different things do different aspects of God's work. I do feel a lot of churches have lost this. You get churches who are very keen on saying, we're Catholic, we're Anglo-Catholic, we're charismatic, we're evangelical. And they pigeonhole themselves in one way of doing worship, and they end up not being comfortable doing other ways. And it's not just churches that do that, people do that too. You might feel the only way that you should really worship is by going through the Book of Common Prayer, doing the traditional liturgy, having it the traditional way, old style hymns, maybe no hymns at all, and just have your own personal connection with God, and that's that. It could be that you're into these big rock concert worship sessions where you've got the band playing, you've got an engaging sermon going on at you for hours. That could be your way of doing it. But it won't hurt you to try some of the other ways. You'll be surprised to see how much variety there is out there. And each tradition brings its own thing to the table, its own understanding of God, its own way of connecting with Him. And you might actually find that your way isn't actually any one particular one. It might be a mix. But you've got no way of knowing that until you actually try. And Barenpark, it represents that. Again, looking at having a park full of Gobi bears. There's nothing wrong with a park full of Gobi bears. There's nothing wrong with an evangelical church. There's nothing wrong with an Anglo-Catholic church. It suits a need for one person, or one set of people, rather than one person. If it was just one person, it would never work. However, to reach as many people as you possibly can, you need to be mixing styles up. You need to be getting your koala bears. You need to be getting your panda bears. You need to be getting your toilets. You need to be making sure you've got all the different ways there are. And just trying it. It might fall flat on its face. So what? That doesn't matter. As long as you're trying to reach God in as many ways as you can, and making yourselves relevant to as many people as you can. And if you're not a church leader, and instead you're somebody who's going to church, don't go to one service and then think, oh, this isn't for me. Try different churches. You'll find all the churches around you, each one is different. Each one looks at how you do a service in a different way. And there will be one out there for you, I promise you. So, this is Games for All Tube. This was Barenpark, and I hope that you've really enjoyed it. If you have, please hit subscribe, hit like down at the bottom, because this is my first video out to you guys, and I do want some feedback. So please, in the comments, let me know how you think I've done. And as you can see from the wall behind me, I'm not sure if it's picked up on there or not, I do have many other games that I'm going to be talking of. There will be videos of unboxings, there will be more videos like this with how to plays, with explanations of how to explore identity and faith in them. And I'm just really excited to share all of this with you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.